okay, like this one?
Oh, one sec.
Forward.
Yeah, that one's chill.
Okay.
If you click your the color by your name too, the pink, it'll bring up a little thingy, and you can select what color you want your like clicks and drawings and stuff to be.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
You can... Oh, no.
What?
You can click and move the freaking thingies on the bottom left by clicking on the thing to the bottom left of it.
Oh.
And, like, I've screwed up everything.
Oh, that's weird.
Everything is a mess now. Let me see if I can leave and it fixes that.
Dave, also, if you hit the gear in the top right, under My Settings, the first one, Display Name, if you want it to say something other than Dave down there, you could put in your character name as well.
I've been trying every spot I could find where I put my name.
I like that picture. That's nice.
Yeah, it's under Gear, and then My Settings, Display Name.
Actually, yeah,
Save.
that picture you have matches that. Like, the sprite is a lot simpler, but...
Fuck. Yeah, there we go.
I'm like, all right then.
Oh yeah, I had one of those Keystone Ice that Sam left here. Like, I was like started drinking one earlier, and I was like,
Nice.
it's not as bad as I was expecting, but it's it tastes like beer and water.
Oh.
But I don't know. I was expecting much worse, so.
Is Keystone still advertised using that Keith Stone guy?
I have no idea. I hope that sounds terrible.
It was you got to be smooth as Keith Stone.
Ken Bone.
Ken Bone. All right, if we're ready, is everybody good to go?
Yeah.
As good as I'll ever be.
All right. I just moved, Dave, I moved you back to the screen where we're at.
Oh my god, guys, there's a big angry monster.
Oh no.
He's so angry.
He hits you for 1d4
right.
frustration damage.
Wait, I'll let my dog in real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, so we'll pick up right where we left off. You guys had, entered the shrine room, and the ghostly specters were there chanting that one must die, but you decided to smash the altar, which caused them to call forth their shambling mound creature. I forget his name. Yeah, but we ended up fighting it and killing it, and then the specters vanished. So with that, we'll pick up where we left off. And
yeah, the only thing I remember May doing at the end was checking this area now that all the pile of stuff was gone, and it's just basically empty.
yeah. Now the pile is essentially moved right here.
Over here.
Where the shambling mound is.
Yeah.
The smashed altar, is there anything like in the rubble of that, or is it just like stones?
No, it is just rubble.
Okay.
More accurately, a split in half table with fragments of stone here and there.
Because Gizmo said, fuck you.
All right.
Gizmo doesn't like poorly constructed tables of stone.
If that were a dwarven table.
Are these support pillars that go up to the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, given that, I think did Rain opened this last time, right?
Yes. Yes. So
Okay.
we can all just kind of head out.
Yeah. Given that.
Oh,
I'm
that
gonna-
moving that opened that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rain is gonna recommend leaving out the secret tunnel here, but not first.
Yeah. All right.
Has anything changed in here other than the chanting stopping?
Actually, yes. As you're coming up the stairs back from the lower basement to the upper basement,
There's suddenly a bunch of dead zombies.
there's a slight rumbling, kind of like the earth trembles a little bit, sort of like a mini earthquake that kind of passes and then it's over. So.
One thing is that while we were coming over to this direction, May says, basically, after seeing all of this ritual and everything, he doesn't feel comfortable leaving his hand here, so he wants to come over here and get it. And he'll use, he wrapped it up or whatever, so he'll take it in his right hand and then just like put it in his pack or like yeah, whatever.
Yeah, reclaim the hand.
Yeah, basically he doesn't want it to be down here.
Okay.
So he can give himself a hand when he needs it.
But yeah, there was, like I said, there was kind of a slight tremor as we were coming up from the lower basement to the upper basement.
Earthquake!
And Zoldak says, I'll take the lead. And when he goes through the secret passage, this area here is all filled in with rubble.
Like collapsed.
Yeah, collapsed in.
May says, Gizmo, does this seem recent or old?
Zoldak backs up.
Stop.
No.
Woohoo!
Very recent.
Like there's dust in the air.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and there's,
exactly.
I'm like
and, there's,
choking on the dust.
and there's a large figure standing there destroying it. That's how
Yeah,
recent
right.
it is.
There's like a guy just with a pickaxe.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
it's Oliver. What are you doing here?
He's like,
Hey,
hey, buddy, I
buddies."
got trapped. May would like to search for tracks in this area to like see if anybody came down from that or
Alright.
anything that he can see, like I don't know, movement in the dust or anything like that. That'd be survival or
Yep, survival. You find no tracks.
With a bit of time, and by a bit of time, I probably mean like several hours, I could probably slowly use mending and mend all of this fallen rock, but that's...
For a
May
cantrip
chooses to take the stairs. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that would take like hours,
Yeah.
days.
It's
Alright.
worth it. May camps out. No.
It's okay, buddy.
Alright.
God, where's that baby coming from?
It caused the
part of it.
earthquake.
It's a
Zoldak
wild
says, fine, we'll
standard.
take the long way around.
Who's that, buddy?
Alright, so let me
I was like,
move us-
I think you have to transport us to a different screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Critically hitting.
Critically damaged.
Yeah.
And that goes.
So we all
Yeah,
pour
so
out of here and
when
like,
we
yeah.
get up, let's see, we're in...
This was
Yeah,
the
something
secret.
actually does happen when you get
Okay.
out here. You notice, let me make sure I'm looking at the right room first.
Where the hell did Gizmo go?
Gizmo's already on the stairs.
Oh,
But before
oh, I
that,
see over here, like, zoomed away.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you get out here, you notice that the room is kind of smoky.
Oh, great.
Get out where? The room with all the covered furniture?
Yeah.
This is a stove, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like it's a little, it kind of chokes you a little bit, like when you first get up here and it's like smoke, like, but
Is this
it's
room
as if
lit?
it's coming up. No.
Okay, well, May is kind of just choking.
But
on-
yes, there is a stove here, and it's seems to be the cause of the smoke.
Something's blocking it, and also, why is it on?
Should we do
May
a,
will go to this corner.
what was I say? Should we do a check to see how like recent it was lit?
Yeah.
Can I tell if it's like a magical fire or like otherwise, or like a natural fire?
You could do an Arcana check. Yes.
Is this door open?
It's however you left it.
Okay, yeah, open. He comes over here to try to get away from the smoke.
Yeah. So it's just like, great, come on. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. Let's just get out of here.
May searches everywhere, inch by inch, looking for traps. No.
I rolled
Oh,
a 23.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear it go off. But yeah, Arcana. You get the sense that yes, whatever is creating the smoke, it is magical. Or rather, maybe not necessarily magical, but unnatural.
Okay.
Evil. It's
Like
evil
it's
fire.
Like it could be emanating from something other than a fire or like whatever. Like,
Right.
alright,
Maybe
well,
it's
I relayed
maybe
that
it's
to
the
everybody.
armor upstairs.
Yeah. Everybody also make perception checks for me.
Oh, Christ.
23.
Gladly. Hey, look at that. I rolled a 23.
Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah, Rain, Zoldak, and May all hear the sound of like blades clanging against each other coming from downstairs. It's faint, but
Oh.
it's like a
Like,
shing,
well,
shing, shing,
May
shing,
wouldn't
shing,
know
shing,
as
shing.
well, but I guess he knows metal. He says, "Do you all hear that?"
Zoldak says, "Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from downstairs."
Well, it sounds like fight. I guess it sounds like fighting to me. Like, let's go figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, May doesn't know
Yeah.
what it is. He's barely ever heard metal hitting metal.
Zoldak leads the way going downstairs.
He's like, "That's a strange bird."
Yeah, and when he gets to here,
He's decapitated.
actually, huh?
He's decapitated.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Um,
edition is this?
Giant
No,
scissors
but-
appear out of the sky and decapitate Zoldak.
No.
Not quite, but when he gets to here, yeah, when he gets to here, there's two
He rolls
secret.
initiative.
That's about what we're about to
Yes,
do, I guess.
actually.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and roll initiative.
he pulls out his
Well-
gambling dice and he's like, "I feel like."
Initiative.
Oops. Oh, okay.
I gotta make sure I select Zoldak.
It's actually cool that it went to the tracker before I even.
Yeah.
Woohoo! 4.
God damn. We always gotta have one person that's below 5.
Yep.
Because you know our rolls are always so great.
When he gets here, Zoldak and Rain 2 alt sees that the two doors that are here are actually no longer secret doors. In their place are actually slashing scythe blades.
Great!
And
Hmm.
there is also smoke pouring in to this area, coming from the room beside.
Stairwell.
Now, am I able to change the color of my drawing? My freehand draw, or does it have to be blue? Unless I change it. I guess I could change it.
So you can put. You know what? I don't think you can tint background objects,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Whatever,
I don't
I'll just
think-
leave it
I don't,
blue.
yeah, I don't think there's any way around it, unless you made a tinted object and like use the hex, because you can put in custom hex codes for colors. So you could put that color in for a drawing, and like it would be too much work.
Yeah, I'll just freehand it like that. There
Is
is
that like a blue rabbit?
fat blue rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is smoke.
See, little evil eyes.
That is,
Looks like a Neopet.
His legs.
Where's his tail?
And his...
Jordan is taking too much effort into this.
yes, there is now a poisonous black or smoke rabbit that is.
Plant. Mm.
Wait, it's
All right, that fang's a little screwed up.
it's poisonous.
Mm.
All right, Monty Python, calm down.
Hey, what the heck? Where are my drawings going?
There is smoke filling up the pouring out of this room into the passageway.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, I
Wait.
guess Zoldak is first.
So who pissed him off? 'Cause somebody clearly pissed the house off.
All of us.
Yeah. Zoldak sees that the
So,
sees that
not that
the-
May knows this, but maybe the front of the house was on fire or something.
Yeah,
The front of the
Zoldak.
house downstairs. Oh wait, what if the den's on fire? But
Just kind
anyway,
of looks
Zol-
back
what does
at
Zoldak do?
yeah, he looks back at everyone and says, just
It's
kind
on
of like with a
fire!
look of like, what do we do? But then he, kind of turns forward and is going to try to, he
Make it past the
moves to
blade.
here and then is going to try to make his way through the
Swing, swing,
through the
swing, swing.
yeah through the
Swing.
blades, and he is going to do.
Swing. He takes 11 swing damage.
11 swing damage.
He is going to try to. He's going to try to study the blades and try to find a moment where there's like either a pause or a gap between swings, and then he's going
And then he
to
fails.
try to jump through. So he is actually going to make an intelligence save, and he does fail. But he makes it through. However, the blades end up cutting him. So he is going to take that much damage. Okay. 8. And then he's going to move out to here. There's no smoke in this room yet, but he's going to just kind of turn and, wait for everybody else. Mace.
May, yep.
Oh, sorry.
God damn it, May.
May's just gonna cough and go for it.
Wild
Okay.
shape. Walk through as a spider.
Now
You
there are a couple ways you could approach it. Like I said, Zoldak tried to, find a pattern in the blade and, in the blade swinging and used an intelligence save for that. But there are other ways you could potentially approach this.
He's
situation.
running and gunning it.
Okay, so you can make Dex saving throw to jump between. And unfortunately,
He gets caught in the blade and loses his other hand.
2
Oh,
ones.
my God.
It was only bare. You only got nicked a little.
I
Lost
needed
a-
a shave anyway.
You lost a finger.
Yeah,
on my left hand. Okay.
not even that.
No, you lost a finger on your right hand, which you
No.
are missing.
But Zoldak and May both see that on the other doors as well. Every door where there was a doorway is also has these swinging sides.
I'm assuming you guys think that these are like magical and not like mechanical or anything.
Zoldak's not too sure. He hasn't really
May knows nothing of the blade magic.
made an effort to. Although on May's turn, I will also reveal that there is there's smoke coming up from the stairwell.
It's great. What kind of animal likes smoke?
Is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
Chill.
Okay. Rain, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm assuming that they're kind of like are the blades just kind of like fanning back and forth?
Yes.
Is there like obviously like there's probably like more room to dodge like toward the middle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Rain is going to. I mean, I could always try to dispel magic, but I feel like it might work on one door, but then we have many more to go. Rain. Actually, no, I don't want to try that. Never mind. I guess I could probably do something similar to. I guess I'll do something similar to what Zoldak did and try to do an intelligence save, like see if I can guess how the blades are gonna go.
Okay. You can make an intelligence saving throw. Yeah, unfortunately, you kind of make the same bad judgment call
10,
that
10.
Zoldak did, and
Drop me.
two more, 4 ones in a row.
Yes.
So now the DM luck is this is how a
Full effect.
DM should be rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was mildly inconvenient.
Yeah.
Was that my action to analyze?
Let me see if that. Yes.
Okay. Then I'm good.
All right, we are down to Gizmo.
I guess actually I'll come over here. Get the rest of my move.
Ismail really wants no part of this, but
Whack it with your warhammer.
thinking about jamming it, but I don't want to ruin a warhammer.
Use your shield. You have a nice new shield and you have your old shield. Just jam your old shield in there.
I don't have an old shield anymore.
What'd you do with your other old shield? Did you sell it?
Left it.
Oh.
It's currently owned by a plant monster right now. Gizmo, in his many years of being a dwarf trap maker,
Well, I was thinking about just blowing it up with shatter, but
There's apparently many more doorways to go.
yeah.
I thought of the same thing.
The only problem is you guys are like in the way, so
You try putting it over here.
I guess Gizmo's just gonna. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna go for it. So what should I do?
If you're just gonna try to like jump through, that would be a dex saving throw.
Woohoo!
Hey,
Damn.
yeah, you actually make it. So yeah,
Gizmo
you're
just
like-
Told you.
Gizmo
kinda
ballerinas
think
through
about
it.
for a moment, like, and then you're just like, forget it, I'm just going for it, and then actually you jump through.
If anything, with that roll, Gizmo actually just walks through it, and he's like, "What are you guys complaining about?"
Yeah, just completely
Just
like
misses
I'm
him.
fine.
I'm going
Alright, guys,
to,
let's get out of here.
Yeah, at this point, when it gets back to Zoldak's turn, the smoke has now come into this room, and it's actually pouring in from both rooms and up the stairs, and it is now engulfed this entire area. So now, now that we are in the smoke, and there's also flames, kind of like light from flames coming from both of the far rooms. But it becomes apparent that the smoke is more toxic than just like your typical, smoke from a fire. And it is now becoming like it's filling up. But other than that, it doesn't hinder us yet. So Zoldak is going to say, "Come on, follow me," and then go down the stairs. And actually, because he started his turn, because the smoke has spread till this point, he actually needs to make a Constitution saving throw. And not quite enough. So he takes.
That
So
is
now
a
that this like kind of 2 10s.
Oh my
Of
god.
Of course.
Oh Jesus! Wait, what is the 2d10 damage?
For the smoke
From
damage.
the poisonous smoke. Yeah.
Oh no!
Zoldak, as he's going down the stairs, running, he's choking on the smoke. But that is like 30-foot move to go down, and then he makes it. He is Yeah, he's to here.
Pop that second wind if you got it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I will. I don't. I used it during the fight.
Bye, Zoldak.
So, if this stuff is actually that bad,
Well, I
we
rolled
might
two
not make it to the door.
I rolled 2 10s, and 4 1s in a row followed by 2 10s. That was like a
Regardless, if
lopsided-
it's 10 damage on average every round, we better hope that the goddamn door is openable.
Yeah. And this room is also down where Zoldak is. So yeah, it is now. He used his action to double move. May, you need to make a Constitution saving throw. You're in the same boat as Zoldak. So 2 3s. Why am I rolling?
What type of
pairs?
damage is this? Poison?
Poison. Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled 2 1s, 2 1s,
Um,
2 10s, and 2 3s. That's weird. But yes, you start
I'm thinking
choking
of
on
wild
and
shaping.
gasping on the smoke.
Yeah. Just looking at things that I can turn into. Okay. May is going to turn into a giant wolf spider as his action, using his last wild shape.
Okay.
And he has a speed of 40 feet and a climbing speed of 40 feet with whatever spider climb.
Yeah.
So
'cause,
he's just
spider.
gonna go over the banister and go straight down.
Okay. Yeah, doing that, you could make it all the way to the first floor.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, and I will reveal that this room, again, everything.
So I use my action and my move, and I don't have any bonus actions as a spider, so...
Yeah. Alright. So now, rain.
Also, I have dark vision 60 feet and blind sight 10 feet. Just
Okay.
those are 2 senses that I gain.
Okay. Rain.
Fail.
con save. Yes. So now, finally, different rolls, but they're low again, so
Right.
4 damage.
Okay. I'm seeing May do that. I'm gonna cast Fly on myself
Okay.
and just shoot straight down the middle.
Okay. Fly gives you 40 feet or 60 feet
60.
60.
or... Okay. Yeah. So you were a little... You could basically be right in front of...
Like there. Assuming that there's blades right here.
Yeah, there are. Yeah. Alright, Gizmo.
Gizmo has a question, because Gizmo has Dwarven Resilience, which is resist against poison. So do I even have to roll?
You still have to roll, but you take half damage.
No,
If
whatever.
you take any damage at all.
Don't you have
Matters that the fireplaces, from what you've seen, are all lit and the flames are pouring forth from there too.
On what?
Yeah, one...
The fireplaces on
No,
the
Jordan was
first.
like, don't I something.
Yeah, hold on a second, Tim. Before you do anything. You have advantage on saving throws against poison, so... just to
Oh,
tell
on
you.
saving throws. Okay, I thought...
And he has resistance to poison damage, so...
Yeah. Yeah. So in this case, if you have to make a Constitution save, you have advantage on it.
Woo! Woohoo! Gizmo is taking nothing from this house right now. He's like, fuck this place.
Yep, you are perfectly fine. The smoke is not bothering you at all.
Gizmo is just shit right now. I only have 25, so does that like put me like right behind Zoldak? Kind of.
Yeah.
Which is good because you might need to spare the dying him. You might need to heal him because he's about to go down if he fails this con save.
Do I have...
Cure Wounds is not a...
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can cast Cure Wounds at a higher level.
No, but I only have... Well, I'm assuming if we get out of here, we're gonna long rest anyway, so... I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at a higher level.
Thank you.
No, I'm not, because you didn't set it up that way, Jordan.
Well,
You can just add
you know what?
another... What is it, D8?
You know what? We're fixing it right now.
I was going to cast this at level 3, because I have one level 3 spell slot left.
So it'd be 2 d8s on top of your normal roll.
So should I just roll an extra 2d8?
Yeah.
Did you already roll it, Tim?
He
gave
did.
me a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, an extra 2d8 for a 3rd level.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Almost completely undoes that 20 poison damage Solak
Yeah.
took last time.
Wait, Tim, hold on a second.
Oh, oops, sorry, you were doing stuff. I changed sheets on him.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell?
Alright. I'm going to take Zoldak's turn a while.
Okay, so Cure Wounds is... If you click it there in your thingy now, it should ask you for a level whenever you click on it.
Whew, okay, good. No poison damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets me to here. And I'm going to use my double move just to get right behind Rain. for getting out the door. May.
40 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Make
So
Constitution save.
he'll move to here. Is this an opening right here?
That is another pair of sights. So you have to make. your
Oh,
way
but
through
I can like maybe see outside.
it. You see
Right.
that.
Is that still a wall?
Yeah, let me get that. That is actually a pair of doors.
Okay.
So you still have to jump through the sights right here. But,
Oh,
or
yeah.
you know,
I'll do it. Yeah. I'm
Does he get
Yeah,
advantage
too?
for being so tiny? Or
Well,
anything?
I'm a giant wolf spider, so I'm actually medium, so it's the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same thing.
Unless you get Dex for being a spider.
They're exactly the same.
Okay.
yeah. So unfortunately, you do get sliced again as you try to make your way through.
Okay.
Ooh.
How much do I take? 13. Okay, so that untransforms me, and then May takes 2 damage.
Oh. Huh.
Wait, really?
So that's
Yeah,
that's
because
the really
whenever
cool thing
you
about being a
transform,
druid.
you start with the max health of the creature you are,
No.
and then any extra damage you take that kills that, your body takes whenever you come out.
It's like having a second pool of health.
So he's moved 20 feet, so he will move here. Is going through the trap, and well, no, that's just like happening to me, so that wasn't an action.
If you're
correct?
jumping through it, it's part of your move. If you're examining
Yep.
it to try to find a way through
Okay.
that section.
So he finishes his move here, and his action is to aid anybody going through this, or like the first person or whatever. Like
Okay.
however much he takes the aid action to
Is
give the person advantage to their dex save if that's
is
even
that a
possible.
closed? Did you say that's a closed door?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no sides there.
Yeah. Right here. It is a closed door.
Oh,
I was gonna
well
mage
then-
hand open it just if you wanted to like not touch it just in case. I was gonna use mage hand to open it if it's unlocked.
I'm gonna roll the die. I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll a 1d3. On a 1, he'll open it. Okay. So he'll approach the door and take dodge as an action.
Okay. Rain.
That's the end of his turn.
Okay, so Rain is going to use Mage Hand as her spell. And you can use your action to blah 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 open an unlocked door or container. So if it's unlocked, I'm gonna use Mage Hand to open it.
Okay, it is locked.
Okay. Well, it was worth trying. I am
Is there?
going
Oh,
to...
so there's not smoke here.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, so would it use my action to just like take a glance at the fireplace or anything like that? Because I've
No.
used my action. Okay, so Rain is gonna step over to the fireplace and like look up if I can, because I know you said there's like
no,
fire in it.
there's fire too much. Like,
Okay,
and it's like kind of like the wall is now burning.
okay, I was gonna try to fly up the fireplace. Give a shit. Okay, so Rain is gonna like levitate up with her fly like a couple of feet and try to like dash through it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. You're good. All right. Gizmo.
And I slam into the wall with all my force.
Gizmo is just gonna mosey his happy ass
Oh.
down the stairs.
Yeah. Don't forget Constitution save with advantage. You're-
Did Rain take that con save thing?
It's not down on the first floor yet. right.
You started it. It's in the area where Zoldak. Yeah, you should have made a.
Okay. You want me to do that now?
Yeah. No, you.
It's getting to
You're
me.
a gas
pretty
It
man.
bad.
it doesn't make it crit. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I know. It's just kind of like it's getting to me now.
but
I'm
yeah.
gonna BRB a second. Just go ahead, guys.
Yeah. Okay, Gizmo makes his way down. And you're good. Alright. After Gizmo's turn, the smoke now does start pouring into here. And at this point, bits and like pieces of the ceiling overhead are starting to fall and cave in. And flames are now, like I said, it's kind of enveloped the wall where the fireplace is. There's clearly other sections of the house, like the other rooms, on fire, as well as flames coming from upstairs. And now it is Zoldak's turn, and he is going to use his action to try to study the blades again and try to jump through. And he finds a moment where he can get past the blades and is in. Oh, and he has to make a con save. And he's good. Alright, May, you are up. And you are now in the smoke again, but you're good.
Everybody failed the con saves at the beginning, and now it's just like, yeah, we're good now.
Yeah. I guess like
Um,
like it kind of just started to pour in, so that moment he had to kind of get a good breath of air is sustaining him.
May will say
It's kind of cool how
he's like covering his mouth
low
and
the volume
everything.
is, and yet how much it's carrying through the house. Like I can.
He he like covers up his mouth, you know, trying to like not inhale the smoke and everything, and basically says like, Gizmo, we need your thunder magic here. Blow down the door, it's locked. And he will hold his action and make his initiative 3, so that he goes right after Gizmo.
Okay.
Don't forget, you can always heat metal too. It's a metal door.
Yeah, that'll take some time.
True.
Yeah.
I think you can move people in the initiative order by clicking and dragging them, but I can't. So
Yeah.
if you just want to slide him behind, yeah.
Con
Okay.
save time.
Yep.
Be so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're.
Be the 20.
Ooh.
God, give me that. God, what fucking 16? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
man,
So that
I
was
know.
a 10 and a 6. So on the high side there. Yeah. You're choking and gasping.
Alright.
But you still have your action and your move, and
I have
Right.
a level 2 spell and a level 3 spell.
Okay, so Rain is, I guess, going to try to Eldritch Blast the door out of desperation.
I heard Eldritch Blast. And did you say anything else?
Yeah, Rain is gonna Eldritch Blast the door out of desperation.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, no, what the fuck?
It's Christmas.
Yeah. Well, your first shot just kind of fizzles as you're kind of choking on the smoke, but then your next shot, like you strike true. So roll some damage on that.
Alright, so it would be that
Oh,
plus
Jesus Christ.
that plus my was that an 8? So that'd be another plus 4 because of my actually with proficiency and charisma modifier because of the way the spell works, that'd be another plus 7.
Okay, you don't add proficiency to damage though.
Oh, okay. So that would be another 4 then because of my charisma modifier.
Right. So yeah, you did need to deal some damage to the door, but that was plenty. So you actually like shoot the door like right in the lock where the locking mechanism is, and just blow the hinges or the handles off the door, and the doors swing open.
Okay, Rain's like, let's go, and just like whatever, like fucking just flies out and like up a couple of feet, and I want to see what is happening to the house.
Yeah. So you see that the house is like there's just like patches of fire coming from all over. And there's smoke, like all the windows are bricked up from what you can see. But there's just smoke pouring out of the chimneys, the multiple fireplaces of the house, and smoke pouring out of other gaps and crevices in the house. But it is on fire, and it is not looking very stable. Like it looks like it could start the upper levels could start collapsing.
Okay, Rain just would yell, just like hurry up! It looks like it's gonna collapse. And I would say Rain is probably about 15 to 20 feet in the air. Because I would have flown up at like a diagonal angle to get out, and just breathing the beautiful fresh air, breathing deep. And that's my turn.
All right, Gizmo. You need con save with advantage. Okay, so unfortunately you do take poison damage, but you take half. So, and that was a very high roll. So, you only take 8. Resistance is so nice.
That's why door. Oops.
Gizmo's just like, smells like someone farted in here. Just like walk toward the door.
Gizmo's gonna move here, and I guess I'm just gonna do these.
Yeah, you're good. And in fact, you can. I'll give you an extra. I guess an extra 5 feet of move.
Woo!
Yep. So you are out.
You almost made it completely out unscathed.
Now, since I delayed my turn, I don't think I would take the damage again, but that's up to
Right,
you.
right, because you already did
Yeah,
it.
it's basically using my reaction to now be able to do my action and stuff. But, yeah, May's just gonna walk outside.
Just walk right out the door.
Yeah. So far, so the nothing else happens as far as like the condition changing on the house yet. Obviously, it's still burning. But Zoldak needs to make a con save. Ooh. For 9 damage. Not too bad. But yeah, he basically charges outside and then turns around just to get see what's going on. And now that we are out of the house, I guess, May, are you doing anything on your turn?
Probably.
Rain. Sorry.
Oh.
I was looking at Rain and said May.
I would just beckon them like away from the house, like guys, the house could collapse, like move, and that would be my turn.
Yeah. And then Gizmo.
Gizmo goes back into the house.
Shit, I forgot my beer in the attic.
Yeah.
Gizmo elects to heal everybody.
What? No.
Oh.
Heal it. Cure everybody.
Okay, I got
Yeah, heal.
one.
Heal.
I
Heal,
thought he said
not
kill.
heal.
I thought
you said kill.
everybody.
No.
I thought he was gonna strike while we were weak, kill us all.
He kills everybody.
I cast Thunderwave
Hey,
right
I mean that when
here.
Yeah.
hey, healing 5 damage to everybody. I mean that's 20 points of damage.
I know, but there's a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use your inspiration and do it again.
No.
No, don't do that.
All right. Anything else on your
Thank
turn,
you,
Gizmo?
Gizmo elects for a long rest because now he's at a fucking level 3
I would walk
spells.
away from the door too, Gizmo. Walk like 10 feet forward, just in case the house falls and like blows smoke at you or something.
Gizmo phases through the wall and just stands here. No, Gizmo's like
He
over
climbs
here
through the
somewhere.
window.
Okay. May.
May will come here, cough a little bit, and do a medicine check on himself to make sure that he's not like bleeding or there doesn't seem to be permanent damage. As long as there's light that he can see out here.
Yep. You think you're fine just once you get out of the smoke and
Okay, just making sure it's not like, like
continues to choke you.
Yeah, I mean, like I know that it was poison damage, but just making sure that it wasn't like acid, like burning his clothes or anything like that.
Yeah.
May realizes that his hand is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, May suddenly comes to the realization that his hand is actually
Stop
not
combat here.
attached.
Woo! We made
He's
it.
like, I thought I picked up the door's
Because-
hand.
Basically, another round goes by, so another 6 seconds, and well, I should say after May's turn, the first floor not the first floor, the top floor, the attic, caves in, and is starting to continue. So over the next 6 seconds following, the house collapses in and is reduced to a pile of burning rubble.
And nobody like takes notice of this, or is
Um,
like standing outside.
Actually,
May backs away from the house, like just to be like 30 feet.
Surprised
Oh,
May isn't
yeah.
wanting to investigate the other children.
yeah, I was gonna say, let me move.
I guess most specifically, May. You said that all the windows seem bricked up for it.
They were bricked up. I'm moving
Okay.
everybody back to the town.
Okay, I think we're like off to the right somewhere. Yeah.
So,
Sander had it.
just Dave, so you're aware, the scale on this map is different. I believe each square was 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So technically everybody's standing.
We even
like-
know because you
Oh, yeah,
adjusted
'cause
this
you can-
thingy.
Yeah. Yeah, so this house now is a pile of burning rubble. And yeah, surprisingly, no. Well, you don't see anybody yet that has noticed this or taken an interest in the fact that the house is burnt down.
If I may, now that I still have fly on myself,
Yeah.
probably for another 8 minutes or so, I'm gonna fly like probably 100 to 150 feet in the air to try to get a lay of the town.
Okay. Yeah, let me.
But I mean, like whatever for like
Oh my
the sense of
gosh.
flavor, it would be like Rain is like she's combating like wanting to go higher with like being slightly afraid of like like height flying, just kind of like I hope my spell doesn't fail, like up in the air, like not that she's necessarily afraid of heights, but like that type of height I think would scare most people for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh
But the curiosity outweighs the fear in this.
Yeah, so let me. I like that you grayed out the house. Yeah, so I will reveal what May sees from
Rain.
flying
Rain
above.
sees.
Whoops.
Do I look like a human druid to you?
Yes.
Always.
You all look the same.
It's the Wiener House.
The smoke cat's back.
Yeah, May in fact will try to get away from the house and go over here.
So you can see pretty much that area. So you can see a very sizable portion of the village.
Do I see any life of any like people walking the streets or like a market district or like anything like that? Like any
Also-
liveliness whatsoever? And
Also, what time is it?
that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's approaching evening.
Okay.
But it's already very dark out even for approaching evening.
Okay.
Maybe like 6 o'clock.
So do I see any liveliness of any kind to people?
Yeah, you see. What is that? Who's this up here? Oh yeah. There is some. You see someone over here. There. It looks like there's someone pushing a cart around. And going. You see that they're at one of the like at one of the doors to the house that they're at. And they're talking with someone at the front door. And then they proceed to do some sort of exchange of something. You're not too sure what from your view, but then the person with the cart proceeds to move down to the next house.
Okay.
You see that these houses over here, this one and this one, do have smoke coming out of the chimneys.
Okay.
And look to be more noticeable in terms of houses, like the homes that you see.
Okay. So Rain will fly down and tell everybody that the only person that I see is some guy, looks like a peddler possibly, going door to door, exchanging something for something with a cart, and which is down the street, to the right and up, and then if we could continue down the street on the right and left are 2 buildings with smoke coming out of the chimneys and look larger and like have piqued Rain's interest.
Oh, one other thing you notice too. There's also, you happen to glance down the road the way you came into the village, and you see that there's someone walking toward the town.
Okay, I guess I'll share that as well. Like there's somebody also like entering the town behind us. Is there anything about them that I can see in particular, or are they just kind of like a figure walking in through the mist?
Just a figure walking in through the mist.
Yeah,
Okay.
May just walks down here to get away from the house, and he mentions, and like Rain might not have even been present for this, but he says, he would suggest that we camp out in the woods outside of this town for now, but with the threat of like being attacked by wolves again and stuff, he might actually submit to staying in the town if there's a place that would give us rest.
Yeah, Zoldak says yes, even an abandoned house is better than, well, actually I take that back. Maybe not. He catches himself.
Watch your words, Zodak.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, at this point he's like, well, never mind. I'm not
Rain
sure.
is going to. Yeah, don't even Zoltek.
Sleeping maybe in an alleyway between houses might be better.
Rain is gonna come back to right here and land because she probably doesn't have too much fly left. If anything, she'll levitate like 2 inches off the ground just for the fun of it. Use it while it lasts.
Yeah, Zoldak's gonna kind of be, here.
Because assuming it was dark, I probably would have had to have looped a little bit around the town. So I'm assuming that the spell is basically over.
Yeah. All right. At this point, the person traveling from outside the town arrives. This is actually Dave, your character. Is it Bartolby or Bartolby?
Bartleby.
Bartleby. Okay.
Probably.
Bartleby.
Probably.
Probably Bartleby.
Bartleby. Okay.
Bartleby.
Barf Levy.
Right. So yeah. So you can explain a little bit about where your character came from, just so the group knows. Obviously, our characters don't, but I'll explain a little bit about what your character knows so far, and you can kind of fill in the rest.
Just as to why he's walking towards this town from the mist.
Yeah. So, at some point you were traveling somewhere. I'll leave that up to you. Wherever you were, wherever you were journeying to, and at some point you found yourself. You were traveling through the woods, and you came to this this massive stone wall, this gate that was blocking your path. And you from your travels, you were kind of like, that sounded familiar. There was at least a stone wall, like there was like a wall or like a city there that you were supposed to run into, but instead of finding this city, you found, this stone wall. And when you entered it, it just turned out to be more woods. So you were, a little confused, thinking maybe you got lost. But you continued down this forest road for a while. And then it gave way to a clearing, kind of just more of an open, grassy plains area. And then you found this village. So this, you're whatever town or city you were traveling to, again, you were envisioning it being like right behind the walls of the city, but you found a wall, a huge forest, and now a city. So you're a little confused as to where you are exactly, but wherever you came from, you're pretty much lost on your journey. But as for what specific place you were going to and where you came from, I'll leave that up to you.
Alrighty. Thank you. I don't want to tell him anything.
Yeah, well, so May comes out here and, like,
Right,
assuming he's still maybe a little choked or something, he's gonna look again for people, and I guess he notices this person, but does he see, like, anyone else in this intersection?
No.
Okay. Does this person that's approaching, do they have, like, what are they wearing? Like, do they have any symbols or, like, anything noting, like, who they are or, like, what status they are?
I'll leave that up to Bartleby
Like
to explain.
I am wearing a set of full plate armor. I have a shield thrown
Wait,
over
what
my
type
back.
of armor?
I believe it's full plate. Is it half plate?
Oh, damn.
Full plate.
Full plate.
Full
Jesus.
plate. A shield is thrown over my back, and I have a war hammer that is set in a belt at my side. And I'm pretty proud of it. So when I see you coming, I make sure to turn my shield slightly to show you that my holy symbol of the god Tyr is on my shield.
Oh, interesting. Can I roll a religion to see if I even know what that is? In
Yep.
which case, I don't think he would know, but I'll let the dice decide.
Yep, go ahead.
Do I
Yeah,
recognize that symbol?
Yeah, Tyr's a pretty well-known deity, so you do recognize it. You may not know all there is to know about Tyr and some of the details, but you're like, oh, that's the god of justice.
Okay, so it's not evil.
Yeah.
Okay. May will, assuming Gizmo is nearby, May motion towards this person approaching and says, Gizmo, is this someone of your order?
Of my order? We don't believe in paladins.
You don't believe in
What's a paladin?
They don't exist. Trust me.
Yeah.
They don't. Paladins don't believe in the followings of Zeus. Clerics are the only true believers.
Oh. Period.
Yeah. Zoldak says, well, maybe he's from here or knows more about where we are.
Where we are is a town that's trying to kill us. We don't know why. Hasn't that been kind of insinuated from the house that tried to set us on fire?
Exactly. We should be cautious. Yeah, Zoldak, kind of approaches and says, excuse me, sir, are you from here?
I guess Bartleby responds and says no, that he's not. That he's on a quest from his liege lord from a town far away and is not quite sure where he is.
Great, somebody who knows less about this place than we do. Woohoo!
Yeah, Zoldak actually turns and looks at looks at everybody else and says, we're actually lost too. We're not quite sure where we are.
Bartleby asks if anyone knows if this is the town famous for its cured salty meats.
We don't know.
May says, sorry, I know nothing about this town, although I believe it's called Barovia.
Wait, how the fuck do you know that?
It was in the note.
Was
yeah,
it?
in the note.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, just so you're aware, Dave, there's a handouts folder. Now your character, wouldn't know.
Except for the gate.
Yeah, except for the gate picture.
Got it.
But
It's under the characters sheet at the bottom. It says handouts, mysterious note, gates, and
I think I have like
somebody's
under
letter.
scenery. Yeah.
Understood.
So. Yeah. Yeah. So Zoldak says, I don't know. It may be, but. we're trying to figure that out.
Does May recognize if this is like a humanoid, or do they have like a full helmet on and all that stuff?
Do you have a helmet on?
I mean, like, he just recently fought animated armor.
Yeah.
Like, is there skin that's showing or anything? Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I assume Bartleby does have some.
Does
I'm gonna
have
say that differently every time. How do you say?
yeah.
Bartleby.
Bartleby. Just remember that Y. That Y is gonna.
It's a name of
Romeo.
strength.
Yeah. Yes. Bartleby. Okay.
It's okay. He still does May and Mai for.
Okay.
So do I. So.
That's
Not
right.
the B.
If you're not a Herman Melville fan, I don't know if it's ever been used outside of Bartleby the Scrivener. So.
Okay. Bartleby. I'll just remember. It's like well, yeah. I'll remember it. Now that not the bees. Okay. Yeah.
Not the
Bartleby.
bees.
I know that reference.
Not the bees!
I think everybody knows that reference. That whole statement has so been memeified.
Yeah, that's actually how I know it from a meme. But
Memes,
yeah.
don't you mean maze? Maze?
Bartle by Felicia.
By Felicia.
yeah. So I assume you're wearing a helmet or not?
I am wearing a helmet. Or actually, I put my helmet on as I saw people approach me from the town.
Okay. Yeah, but there is you can clearly see a face under the helmet. Really see enough of a face to know it's not animated armor walking around.
It's not something that's going to try and murder us, Mai.
Yeah.
He takes a step 1 foot back.
Of course he does.
Well,
Actually, he would like to take 1 step further away from the house as well.
Zoldak turns
So
and says,
May is just hiding in this house there.
Yeah.
well, where should we go?
Rain adds back. I think that the inn was over this way, and maybe we should go there. But Rain does not address Bartleby because Rain assumes that he's human, and Rain does not like the majority of humans.
We should
go to the Inn of the Prancing Pony.
stay a while and listen.
Zoldak says, well, if you want to follow us, it looks like we're going to the inn to find out where we are.
Into long rest.
Bartleby says nothing, nods, and follows.
Okay.
A man of few words.
May says everything, doesn't nod, and goes this way.
Oh, fuck is that thing? Is that
That's
the-
the man.
Oh,
at the cart.
that's a little man. I didn't know I didn't know we gave him a thing.
Yep, that's the peddler. Rain
Yep,
points out that
that's,
he is.
Scooby-Doo TM. Why'd you have to put the TM?
Yeah,
Because it's trademarked him. You can't just take it.
yeah, if any of you glance down that street, You see this, this kind of crouched over figure over
Three.
this cart. Again, this person is up, at the next door, having some sort of interaction with someone at the door.
Rain is used to human cities and knows he's there and doesn't look at him because she doesn't want to make eye contact because she doesn't want to buy what he's selling.
Okay.
May, seeing this person would like to take an insight check. Does this person
Evil.
seem approachable, or like I don't know, like
Yeah.
I don't know what it's.
Okay.
He's grumpy.
Yeah. This you can't. This person is.
Yeah,
seems
remember
like
it's
they're kind of-
dark as well, so.
Yeah, it is getting dark. So this
Yeah.
person seems like they're concealing their face from you. Not necessarily from you, but just concealing their face from anyone and everyone.
Mhm.
And you can see that the person is clearly selling something. And actually, you see that this person, they hand some sort of like either like a bag or some sort like a case of something, or something that's kind of like
Right.
maybe like basketball sized, roughly, or a little smaller than that.
Jesus
Hands
Christ.
it to the person. It looks like maybe some sort of like tray of something, and hands it to the person at the door.
It's dead babies.
But then you see that this figure, and the person at the door, it looks like the person, the person that is at the house. Actually, you see that a small child kind of is brought forward to the door, and
Mhm.
the peddler snags the child, which you can actually hear is crying now, and proceeds to stuff the child into a sack and strap the child down to the cart.
Oh man.
I'm done helping children.
Oh no.
Bartleby runs up. Where is this person?
Bartleby.
May's neutral good is like, must.
Bartleby ain't having that shit.
Yeah, Bartleby's doing his best to get there. I don't know how long it'll take me.
Yeah. So what you can do is on
have-
the left there's a ruler icon. It's like
120, 140 feet.
5. You can if you just click and hold the mouse down, yeah, you can see how far.
So 60, 120 feet. Rush them.
Yeah, May upon seeing
Push him and
this,
shield bash him in the face.
yeah, May
Yes.
upon seeing this is going to yell, hey, what are you doing with that child? And like, he's
Immediately
not
upon, like,
running.
instantly, as soon as you make any sort of
Rain's
sound or
gonna come
commotion, the
back.
person notices you, immediately turns around and starts pedaling faster this way.
The other way.
Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast. I fire 2 Eldritch Blasts. He's still 120 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Jesus! Of course, there's the good rolls.
Yeah. Let me find.
I have 120 foot range on it, and I'm gonna use it.
God, I wish I had wild shape.
The circumstances that we attack these poor people. It's like 120 feet. Bah!
Sniped. I spin around in a 360 first, and I don't look when I shoot him.
Yeah. So you,
No, we hear an
you strike,
explosion.
but now, were you aiming for the person or the cart?
No.
I would take out
Anybody?
the cart.
Or
'Cause
trying
the cart has the
legs?
kids. Of course.
I mean, the
No.
cart might be in the way of the person.
The person's in the way of the cart at this point because they're pushing it.
Oh, okay.
If they're pushing the cart, like it's not being pulled by an
Ray-
ox or
Ray,
something,
no-
I'm
nobody-
gonna aim.
Nobody
I'm aiming
knows
for his
about
legs.
Nobody knows about his legs except the last DM and Gizmo about the leg destroying.
Well, Gizmo is about to be in for a treat because I'm aiming for his legs.
You hit with both.
Jesus Christ! Now he's in the cart. Him and the cart have become one.
16. Yeah.
1 on that
See,
second roll.
he's yelling yeah because he's like he's part. He's
The person, yeah, when you strike, the person, falls over or stumbles over. Your shots are accurate enough to hit, in the legs. And the cart kind of teeters off, to the side, and you hear this old raspy female voice say, wait, please don't kill me.
oh great, old lady.
Yeah, so
You
everybody,
slow her down. Everybody else get her.
yeah, everybody can approach at this point. And again, like I said, these squares are 20 feet, so even if you're in the back, you're basically anywhere along.
Rain is ready to Eldritch Blast again if she tries to run, both for legs.
May is concerned about the bag with the child in it, not the person.
Okay.
I think May is secretly a pedophile. Very obsessed with children. I don't know why anybody else isn't worried. May's obsession with children is what got us into this situation to begin with the stupid house. Is everybody forgetting this?
Another small child.
Bartleby's gonna go stand by the child as well, but keep an eye on May.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we don't know each other, so.
Yeah, the old woman, you see that not only is she old and kind of
Decrepit.
raspy voice, but she's also pretty ugly looking.
Oh, great, an ugly old woman.
Yeah, wart faced and all. But she says, "Please, what do you want? Just don't hurt me."
Did she have the bag, or?
No,
On
it's
the
strapped to
cart.
the cart.
Oh. Alright. Well, I'm like over there trying to open up the bag or whatever.
Yeah, you can untie it.
Okay.
The
Remember that I have one hand.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it might be a little slower, but
Yeah. It takes you a little bit of time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Easily
anyway,
con-
they're
easily
talking while I'm trying to
confused.
do that.
Unless Bartolby helps you out.
Is he pasta now?
Yeah, right. That's what I was
Bartleby.
thinking. Bartoli.
Bartleby.
No, I said Bartleby.
You said
I'm
Bartolby.
just emphasizing the wrong words. Bartleby.
Well, he'll be a different person every time.
Yes, I'll get it eventually.
It's all
Don't
good.
worry. Bartleby.
Yeah, I'm not gonna help May.
Okay.
He's just Bartleby's standing there looking at him like, why is he missing a hand? Probably like, what the shit?
Yeah.
In fact, I asked him what happened to his hand.
Does May reply?
No, he's focused on the kid. He doesn't give a shit about him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care about. He asked why his hand's gone.
I don't know this guy. I want to make sure that the kid's safe.
Oh, gee. See, you're a pedophile. This is
Yeah.
confirmed pedophilia right now.
Is there any Smuckers in that bag?
Bartleby changes his mind and offers to help May.
Okay. Yeah. With your help, you both get the boy untied and released from the bag. But
The sack of evil.
Yeah, he is crying and sobbing. So, but yeah, the old woman says, "You take the child, fine. I don't want him anyway. Just please let me be on my way."
Rain does Awakened Mind, and in the meanest possible Awakened Mind, most intimidating possible, just like, why are you collecting children?
She says, "So you're not going to kill me?"
Rain raises her book and says, answer the question.
I took him as payment for my wares.
Because that's better.
May tries to convince the kid that everything's gonna be all right.
Okay.
Jesus.
He calms down.
Persuasion extreme.
Does Rain recognize Bartleby as a paladin?
You think he could be, given the holy symbol.
Okay, so
Um,
Rain is gonna.
Or he could be a
generalize-
fighter.
Yeah, he could be a fighter, a religious fighter, or possibly even a
A
cleric.
religious fighter.
Yeah.
Gods don't care about fighters.
Since Bartleby was the first to respond, Rain, for the first time to address Bartleby, is gonna look up and be like, "What do you want to do with her?" And I'm actually gonna use my words for this one.
Wait,
You're gonna
Rain
use
can
your
He
talk?
says,
voice.
"Please, please, I'm just offering my services to this town. It's the only comfort they have."
Does the child look dirty or hungry?
Kind of hungry, yeah.
Nobody
Can we
and,
tell
and-
what
cares.
she's
yeah, and
peddling?
dirty.
I would say, is nobody curious what she's giving people?
Yeah. What's she peddling? Can we tell what she's peddling from what the card has?
It
in
looks like she has various pastries on her.
So she's being given children because she's giving people pastries. That's kind of
What if
messed
this
up.
is a Sweeney Todd lady?
Yeah, cut out the
Yeah.
middleman and just eat your own children, people. Come on.
She says,
It's the witch from Hansel and Gretel.
"Yes, you noticed my wares are pastries, but these aren't just any pastries. These are special dream pastries."
Now she rapes them in their sleep.
May offers one good berry to the child and pockets the rest.
Okay. Yeah, the child takes it and proceeds to eat it.
And now he will go over to the woman.
I'm probably about to beat her in the head with his shillelagh.
Look, please, I can give you some valuable. Well, in addition to my wares, of course, I can give you some valuable information if you please let me go.
Rain does awakened mind to May and says, "We should take what she has, and then make sure she can't hurt anybody again."
CJ, you would does Awakened Mind give you the do I know that it would be Rain? Like, is it her voice or is it just like mechanical words going in my head?
It's her
I kinda-
voice.
Okay, so I would know because I don't think that you've done Awakened Mind to him yet. So he's kind of startled in the beginning, but then I guess realizes that it's your voice. So then, what did you say?
The woman.
No,
Or
Rain.
May. Or Rain.
Let's off real quick recap of the last 30 seconds. So awakened mind to May, and then what?
Yeah, what did you say to him? He
Oh.
this is the first time that Rain has communicated like that with him, so he's kind of startled and loses focus on the words. And
Okay.
says what? He probably would say what to you, Rain, again, like in person. Like what?
Right.
Like
Just-
confused?
Rain
Yeah.
kind of looks like fucking stop. don't give it away. But Rain, Rain reiterates, we should get her information and then make sure she can't hurt these children again. Rain is chaotic neutral and very well is allowed to kill this motherfucker. So that's what.
May says that he'll leave it to you, and then he's by the cart, but still he's focused on the woman now.
Okay.
Zoldyck's just kind of keeping guard.
He's in the background of this event right now. He's not in the forefront next to the woman.
Okay, I would say that Rain positions herself in the middle. It's somewhere what would probably be closer to right here, but positions in a way that she's close enough to awaken mind to Bartleby, and just because this is the first time Bartleby's probably experienced this as well. Just be don't be alarmed, it's me, and just hopes that he understands who me is, and be I think we should learn her information, and then we should dispose of her.
Do I have to do a roll of any kind to figure out if I know who me is?
No, you don't have to. You recognize the voice. You're a little caught off guard, I guess, that she's speaking telepathically to you, but
Probably aside from, the old lady's like, ah, it's the only other female here.
Got it.
Like,
All right.
It's me, don't attack me.
I say to
Like,
the
ugh,
group
get
that I
out of
think-
my head.
Bartleby said to the group that he thinks we need to find out more about what's going on before we do anything to her. And Bartleby explains that his concern is that, these people seem to be willingly giving her children. So we need to figure out how this system started and who's involved.
Okay, so then, yeah, Rain looks to the old woman. Explanation now.
all right. Well,
I love your
Rain
old
has her
lady
hood
voice.
up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say May has his hood up as well.
Rain,
Okay.
unless otherwise specified, has her hood up.
You people in your weird hoods.
I have a
Jesus
magical cloak.
Christ.
It's nice.
Hey, we're in the hood right now.
No, we're in a town that nobody understands, and the population give their children up for food.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
she-
the hood to me.
Sounds like the hood to me.
Well, damn welfare babies.
she says,
What the?
she says, I can tell you're not from around here, so let me start at the beginning. You see, I and my sisters sell these dream
There's
pastries.
more of you?
Oh, yes.
How
now
many?
you see. No, I need to look that up. 3.
You were
Yeah,
about to
3
start
of
this
us.
story and you didn't have all the back history.
Yeah, it's in a different section of the book,
I'm-
yeah.
Oh.
I'm assuming this is a hag. I don't know anything about D&D, but this seems like a fucking hag of some kind to me from like an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, you'd be correct. But she says, now
Old,
you
decrepit
see,
woman.
you're in Barovia. That's both the name of the land and the name of this town. And Strahd is the master of this land.
Isn't Strahd
And,
from the note from the house?
Yes.
Okay.
You presume so, or maybe possibly related.
Rain's
Well, no, that's a
eyes
first
flare.
name actually. So yeah, that would be Strahd.
Did someone say that out loud? Because if so, I'd like to know what they mean by the note and Strahd.
That would be up to Gizmo.
Gizmo announces that out loud, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So
So
Uh,
Bartleby questions who Strahd is and what the note is, and what Gizmo's talking about.
yeah. So she's gonna continue on with her with what she's saying, unless you take a moment to actually stop and say, hold on a minute. But this could turn into like a side conversation. So
I guess Bartleby just holds that thought and decides he can ask Gizmo about it later.
okay. Yeah. So she continues then and says, now Strahd, he terrorizes the people of this town, and as you can tell, this town really has seen better days, and so I take it upon myself to provide the Barovians here with at least some pleasure
You
through
sell
my dream
drugs.
pastries.
So Strahd.
These, you see, my dream pastries make them forget their misery and provide them with sweet dreams while they sleep. Now,
Confirmed drug
of
dealer.
course, the ones that can pay in gold, I accept that, but the ones that can't, well, we make do with whatever valuables they possess.
Do you steal
That
children?
includes children.
Are any of these dream pies or whatever, are they on the cart?
Yes.
May will take one up and try to inspect it.
Okay.
What kind of roll do you want? Like, basically, I want to Yeah, I don't know.
You want to
just tell
gather
me.
what it is?
Yeah, you could do investigate, I guess.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
like
that was a good investigate. So
I'm not exactly like sure what he's looking for.
You're
but
just kind of
make sure that there's
inspecting them.
yeah, like make sure that there's no like I don't know, like
Like baby
bones or
teeth.
hair or
Yeah.
flesh or something, you know, that it's not like smells like shit or something.
Yeah.
You know, just like it does it seem edible and is there no fingers in the chili? Like that kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
fingers in the chili.
Yeah, these pastries look like small mincemeat pies, and they look like they look, you know, edible, and there's not like body parts or, you know,
yeah, he'll
foul,
set it
whatever,
back down.
sticking out of it, but you know, it smells normal.
Yep, smells it, sets it back down.
Bartleby
What do you
asks
do with
her
the-
what her plan for the kids are.
Same.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I think we lost him. Like he's dead.
Yeah, his Discord must be best like not working at the second.
I guess because he just like completely like disappeared.
I still think that once we get this information, we kill her.
We can't just kill people because you feel like it.
She's shoving children in sacks and making them into meat pies. And you say we don't kill her.
It hasn't been confirmed that she's turning them into meat pies.
I feel like if a person shoves a small child in a sack, their intention is not good.
Well, if you were a child, would you willingly go into a sack? Hello.
Why would you
Yeah.
put any child into a sack?
I'm back.
All
I guess
right,
I
all
dropped.
right,
I got
who's the
dropped there.
pedophile here now? saying May is. All right. Okay, so Bartleby asked her a question, I believe.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
asked her
what
what
do you
happens
do
with the
with the-
kids.
Oh, you see, well, we take them back and proceed to give them sweet dreams as well.
Drug dealer, pedophile, hag confirmed.
I may only have one hand, but it is my clubbing hand.
Bartleby
Rain-
asks when she's
Rain's
gonna
eyes
get the
flare.
information that she said she had.
Huh? What'd you say?
Bartleby wants to know when we're going to get the good information that she promised us.
Oh, right. I thought it'd be helpful to give you a bit of background first, but now for the juicy stuff.
If there's anything juicy coming out of her, Gizmo wants no part of it.
Yeah.
Ew.
Just, he's not pulling it out, but he's casting it on it.
Okay. You see, have you, I assume you haven't seen any of the Vistani yet.
Oh, who was what now?
What the fuck's a
This-
salami?
No, that would be Vistani. They're
Fuck
spies
salami.
and gypsies. They have a camp out west, on the shores of the Zerv Pool.
Why do we care?
Their
Well, you
stools.
see, the Vistani, you might be interested. They have some magic at their disposal. They can read the future. You ever want to have your fortune told?
What does it say of your future, woman?
Oh, me. Well, I don't. I don't particularly need their magic to tell me my fortune. I'm quite content without having my fortune known. But you all look like you might be the type who find that thing interesting. Well, I do have some more information if you'd like to hear it.
Do we want any more information?
Yeah, if you have any questions, I might be able to answer them more specifically.
Rain is losing her patience.
Like she says that out loud in third person.
Makes it known to everybody. Rain is losing her patience.
Rain basically wants to do a dissonant whisper at this point just because.
You can't kill everybody.
I don't kill everybody, I'm killing this bitch. I haven't willingly killed anyone since like the first session, okay?
You murdered all of those unconscious bandits.
Yeah, and I regret it, but I don't regret this one. Several months later, I'm ready to kill again. I'm chaotic neutral. This is my nature.
That's all it takes is several months. Whatever, those guys were nothing.
Ma'am, I have a question for you. Where are any of those that are in charge here?
Oh, if you just go to the inn or the Burgermaster's mansion, you'll meet them.
The Burger Masters?
Meat? Sounds delicious.
Burgermaster. Yes.
Is there anybody that I could go to if I'm witnessing any crimes against nature?
That's kind of an odd question. I don't think, not that I know. The only religious place here is the church, the local church.
Interesting. And
To
what
the
is their
morning
policy
glory.
on abducting children?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, like I said, when the Barovians lack payment, I take whatever will do.
I don't trust these pies.
My finger's hovering.
Eat one, see what happens.
I've already lost one limb.
Not even a limb, it's an appendage.
May says to the group that we should let this lady go on her way, but we're taking the child with us.
Bartleby indicates he thinks it would be fair justice to let him shatter both her hands with his warhammer.
Bunch of angry people right now, all of you are.
Right. Rain agrees, but thinks that we should also shatter her legs with Eldritch Blast.
Jesus Christ.
But Rain will settle for the shattered hands.
Okay.
She's only trying to make a living. Like, she's not purposely trying to.
What's your alignment again, Gizmo?
Lawful neutral. Gizmo can't, as a cleric, can't justifiably just murder somebody.
I didn't say murder. I said shatter both her hands.
Cause severe harm to somebody.
Shoving children into a sack and hauling them off into a hag's lair is not harm to somebody, is it to you, Gizmo? Maybe you're right. Maybe she's gonna bake them a pie and send them home.
How do you know? She might.
Alright, Rain's on board with the break her hands or I'm gonna kill her.
Bartleby holds his hand in front of his head and does the math on a majority vote and takes his warhammer out.
Okay.
He's like,
And you
"Two."
proceed to smash her hands.
Yes.
Okay. She lets out a scream of pain as you bring your warhammer down on both her hands, and at which point she proceeds to try to flee and run away.
Should you
May
not wanna
goes
let
to
her
cover
run?
the eyes of the child.
Take an opportunity attack if you want.
Huh?
I was like, anybody in melee range, take an opportunity attack if you want. Just hit her again on the way out.
Zoldak's not gonna make an attack, but he does have his halberd ready if
I say,
If she
I think
doesn't.
Zoldak's kind of like on the same, probably the same point of view I am. Just what's the point of like harming this person?
he's like, at this point we have, we have the child, so
Yeah, May will try, as long as the child is like willing to move, will lead him back to the house that he saw the deal going on at.
I think the parent should be punished as well. Get your warhammer ready, Bartleby.
yeah. So she starts running down this street.
No? How
Unless
many
anybody,
pies are in the cart?
huh? There's a pretty good supply. I'd say like maybe.
Oh, jeez.
I'd say like maybe like 20 or so.
I will take 3 of them.
Okay. Just make sure you write them in your inventory.
I'm going to name them questionable pies. Why am I writing pies in a video game? Because we just killed Sweeney Todd, that's why.
She didn't die. She just was given a just punishment.
Yeah,
How I want to shoot her legs as she's running away.
yeah, she's still.
The Sweeney Todd lady, not you! He's like,
Get ready, Riley.
get ready, Eldritch Blast coming your way.
So is this the house that the child is from?
Yes.
I'm gonna BRB, keep going.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's the house. Yeah. So what do you do?
You know what? May will go over to Bartleby
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Can you watch over the child? I'm going to ask the parents what they were thinking, even accepting this deal or this trade."
Bartleby
I wonder-
agrees.
Yeah, he wants to know what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
So he'll go over to the house by himself.
Okay. Zoldak's going to he's just gonna kind of, I guess, be kind of like centrally located where he can he'll kind of like keeping
Between the
an
house
eye
and
on
the cart
everybody.
or something.
Yeah, like just kind of keeping watch of the cart, keeping an eye on what May is up to.
Mm-hmm.
Just he's still kind of like there's just way too much suspicious things going on that
Yeah,
he's just
Rain
trying
is
to stay
probably
alert.
at the cart. Yeah, so does it seem lit in this house?
Dimly lit, but yes.
Okay, so May will knock on the door with his shillelagh.
Okay. You hear some movement inside, and then the door opens, or someone kind of peeks out the door and
Yeah.
says, "Who is it?"
He doesn't have the club in like an upright position. He has it kind of like, downwards as like a cane kind of thing. Like it's not up like he's gonna swing it. Like it's down at his side. He says, so wait, how did you say that is there
They
like an
say,
eye
"Who
slit
is
or
it?"
something? Hi, my name is May, and I'm here to talk about your child. We have your child.
They so the door swings open, and you see what you assume to be possibly the mother and father, and they say, "You have our child. How'd you get him back?"
Do they seem like genuinely
Jesus.
surprised, or
It's a like a they're surprised and glad
Fucking
that you
insight.
have them.
Okay. Yeah, May says, we approached the woman and basically took the child back, and my friends here served her a little bit of justice as well. And he motions over to the rest to the right. with his
Bartleby
good
tips
hand.
his hammer.
She says, "Oh, thank you. Where is he?"
Yeah, May
yeah.
motions for the kid to come over.
Yeah, he
Or
does
like
when
to
he sees his
Bartleby or whatever
parents.
to let the kid come over.
Yeah, he runs up to his parents and hugs his mother, around her legs.
Yeah, May says, "Who was that woman?"
They say that's the we actually don't know her name, but she and two others peddle their dream pastries around the town, selling them. We had been paying her in gold for a while, but we then and this time when she offered us pastries, we we said we would pay her back, but she tried to take our son as payment.
What is compelling you to eat these things? Like why would you even accept to a trade for your child?
We didn't want to sell our child. We didn't have the money at the time. She came back for payment.
Oh, okay. So this was like like it didn't just happen. This was kind of like, you owe me money. Give me your kid. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
And,
Why did they give in to an old lady?
there's something not natural about that woman. She is far stronger than she looked. I couldn't. The man says, like, I couldn't even. She just pried him right out of my hands.
We should have killed her.
She won't be prying things out of other people's hands for a while.
But
Inspiration. Come on.
yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, you're familiar with inspiration, right?
Yeah, I think so. Generally, the general concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to your character sheet, yeah, there's that little inspiration. You click it. It's like a toggle. Like, yes, you have it, or no, you don't.
Well, that's advantage or disadvantage.
Oh no. There's it's like
yeah.
Yeah, if you click it, like the button will
The
turn
top
on and
left.
off.
Yeah.
It's above
Puts a
proficiency.
little
bonus.
dragon
Yep,
icon
there you go.
on
So it's something you can choose to use when you want to have advantage on a D20 roll.
Got it.
Yeah, like if you miss an attack roll and you really want to hit the person, you can use that inspiration to roll again. Or a
Huh.
saving throw that you fail kind of thing. And it's to reward for like role playing or cool stuff happening.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hilarious shit like that.
My character got it for arm wrestling a guard and then breaking his arm.
Yeah.
I got
It
an
was like-
inspiration for in the middle of combat. I just tried to use Awakened Mind for half the fight to talk to a zombie until it didn't work and started to attack somebody else. So then I killed it. But
Yeah, she was playing the character like everybody else was in combat, but she was like trying to study and like experiment on this zombie. So
And then it tried to eat May.
it turned on. Yes, somebody. May wasn't in yet.
No, let's
So
eat Zoldak.
Yeah, it like turned and looked at Zoldak hungrily, so I had to fight it. I was like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna risk a friend for this
yeah,
experiment.
and then I think Gizmo got inspiration again for making two gnolls go unconscious by having a drinking contest with them.
Woohoo!
Yeah, something. I think that was right.
This Gizmo's awesome.
So anyway, yeah, so child reunited with family.
You shattered some poor woman's hands.
Poor woman.
Oh right, yeah, she won't be grabbing. Yeah, people.
Taking
Rain whispers May and like whatever Awakened Mind and says, it's obvious that they did something to the pies, that they need these pies. Should we give them the cart of pies or destroy it?
I'm wouldn't be giving those pies to anybody for their safety.
I mean,
Yeah,
if their life sucks and they're drug addicts, I don't care about them in this town. Just
Yeah, I think there was somebody. Or I think they were saying they continued what they were going to say, which was yeah, the pies are the only way we can escape from our dreary existence here in Barovia. There's just the attacks from the undead constantly, and his attacks.
Where does the woman and her sisters live?
I don't know exactly. Some of the others in town suspect that they live in that old windmill out west.
Interesting.
Old Wind. Which way did we come in town?
You were
East.
traveling westward.
Oh. Oh yeah, from the east. I mean.
The dreams are always pleasant and always peaceful, unlike daily life here.
May says, as unfortunate as this reality is, the pies are unnatural and we're probably going to destroy them. Or
Do
I
with
should
them what
say,
you will.
they should probably be destroyed, is what he would say.
I don't see any harm in the pies, but if they got us into this mess, then yeah.
I have a couple pies for sale. What do you have?
No, that's okay. We've learned our lesson here. And won't be dealing with her again. Although, if she comes back demanding payment... I don't know.
She's gonna come back with vengeance because you smashed her hands.
Justly smashed her
Rain.
hands.
Rain tells her, or the person, like the parents, if she returns, find us, and I'll gladly kill her.
Where are you staying? You don't look like you're from around here.
Good
I don't know
question.
if I want to tell them where we're staying.
Speaking of which, do you have room in your house?
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
actually what May would ask.
For all 5, sadly, we don't. I mean, you're welcome to, like, we don't have any extra beds, very little food. But
We
I
got
mean,
good berries for days.
We'll give you, I mean, you're welcome to at least, rest here or use our home, but we don't have much. You
I
might
would prefer to sleep on the ground, but
be able to talk with Ismark. He's the he's the new mayor now of the town. He should have room for you if he's nice enough. So.
How much? Rain asked how much their debt was to the old woman.
It was 10 gold.
Okay. Rain approaches. Oh, I grabbed us both because I have control. Rain approaches the family, and I have 17 gold pieces on me. So Rain is actually going to give them 12. She palms it and hands it to the person, and Awakened Mind says, if she comes back, pay her with this, and then just leaves. She's done.
They're just completely floored by how, like, that you've just given them all that gold, and they're like, wow, two extra. And they're just like wide-eyed, like thinking like, wow, those people are rich.
Rain, yeah, like May doesn't want gold. Rain doesn't do this for riches. Rain does this for knowledge. So Rain leaves and goes this way.
Yeah,
May May says he. I advise you not to spend that gold on anything unnatural again. Please take care of your
They
child.
nod.
Somebody destroy that cart.
And they say, oh, by the way, if we should warn you, since, like they said, you obviously aren't from around here. Be careful if you go into any of the homes here, especially the boarded up ones. You see, the dead have a tendency to get back up.
That sounds fun.
We know. No thanks.
May will use the sack that the child was in to, if he can fit all the pies in there.
He can.
Okay, and he doesn't care about maintaining. Like, he's just throwing them in there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he's not trying to set them like and stack them. He's just shoving them in there so that he can hold on to them easily.
With one hand.
Yeah, and then we'll come down this way.
Okay. Yeah.
His last words to them being about, watch over your child, don't sell him again.
Yeah. Zoldak kind of gives a nod and just follows.
Bartleby just wants to make sure there's not any other kids tied to the cart.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, good.
there aren't.
You never asked to look for more children.
Yeah.
I would have said something because they probably
there's
would have
like
been
17 babies.
screaming and crying.
And Bartleby checks the cart to see if there's anything salvageable, like anything of value.
No, it's just an old wooden cart.
Smash
pretty
it.
much everything that was there. Just the
Yeah,
The
there's like
pies that May now
17 babies. Yeah. And then May's like, oh, I just put them in the bag too.
Oh God.
Wait, you're evil.
hey, we did it in
Bartleby
Baldur's
walks
Gate.
away.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. Get here. Which way is the inn? Can I tell which is the inn? Which is more inn-like? If there's a name or a placard?
yeah, this is the kind of like the town square, town center area. So you see that the building up here, a single shaft of light thrust. Oh no, wait. Brightness is not there. Yeah. So just from out of the window, there's bright light coming out through the window, or from the windows there. Above the gaping doorway is a sign hanging precariously askew, and you see that the name on the sign reads Blood on the Vine Tavern. And then down here, this building, there's a sign over the door, and it's kind of creaking on its hinges slightly in the kind of the soft breeze. It reads Bildrath's Mercantile.
Rain says, I need a bed and a drink.
Zoldak nods in agreement.
Yep, May's sack of meat pie over his shoulder. Heading this way.
Bartleby says, I hope you guys have room for a paladin.
Zoldak nods in agreement and says, well, you seem to be in the same boat we're in, so...
Rain smiles and
Feel
says,
free.
anything for a fellow destroyer of appendages.
May looks at his left hand.
Oh Jesus.
Or I should say what used to be his left
His
hand.
left stub.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I just realized how insensitive that was. I asked him what happened to his hand, and then I suggested we smash it on the character.
That's why whenever you were doing it, he turned away to look at the kid. He's like, oh, not again.
That just
Jesus.
clicked for me. Oh.
PTSD.
Well, so now we have Gizmo, the breaker of arms, Bartleby, the smasher of hands, and May, the loser of hands.
Yeah. And then like Rain, the
The crippler,
Whatever.
the destroyer of legs. Like,
yeah, right. And then May just doesn't have a hand. You're like, how do you all go together? And then Zoldak's the loser of families.
oh god,
Oh,
too
wow.
Family and friends.
soon. Too
Jesus.
soon. Furnock is the
Yeah. The loser of entire
The-
bodies.
yeah, the loser of lives. Like,
Well, he was cut in half, so. I don't know.
the loser of top and bottom half simultaneously,
Yeah.
depending on which half you ask.
Oh, Gizmo wanted to do stuff.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
what
it's
did you-
dark in here.
Yeah. hold
Yeah,
up. Okay, what did
Gizmo
you-
moved back over to the house.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me move us back. I was getting everybody ready to move to the tavern, but
Gizmo,
Yeah, what do you wanna do, Gizmo?
Gizmo's in no rush like the drunken horde. Gizmo wants to do a couple perception checks just to see, like, as he like moves like towards the tavern to see like if people notice like the commotion we did, because nobody else seems to care, and to
Right.
see like if anybody seems to like be kind of like aggravated that we're here.
yeah.
Ow, that was horrible. Yeah, well, you never brought it up, you and your fucking 23.
Yeah, no, May was focused on the kid in the bag, so.
He's gonna do one there. Ah.
Yeah. You You
Just to see, like,
remember,
if, like,
you have a
I
passive
was gonna say
perception
you
of
do
14.
I
you
know.
do just kind of as your
Just to see, like, if, like, the local populace is, like, not pleased that we're, like, smashing up, like, people that, like, have been around a while and that we're
Yeah.
just creating a commotion.
been going on. You have been catching glances of like people peeking out of windows, but
Because when we first got here, Gizmo inspected that first house, and they were just, like, sitting at the table quietly. And
yeah,
it made him
Might have
very...
been undead.
Yeah, it made him very unsure of, like, where we were. Being a religious...
And it makes sense because
person as
only
he
Gizmo
is.
knows about that house too. So it's like Gizmo's keeping an eye on the house conditions.
yeah. Like I said, as you've been kind of like you've just kind of been observing as things have been going on. Again, a lot of the houses are just boarded up and some look like they've been vandalized, and while others do look like they do have residents in them. And from those, you do catch glimpses of people peeking out of windows from time to time. But so far, no one has been has come out to like say anything or interact with you. In fact, once or twice when you actually made eye contact with some people in the house, they quickly, shut, like kind of closed the curtains or backed away from the window.
So whatever's here has the people spooked, and like as like from like any sort of like newcomers into the town.
Yeah,
Like, do they
you
seem
get that.
scared of like that we're here, or
Go ahead and roll an insight check on that.
insight of I have a 7.
Yeah,
and I rolled
you
shitly.
You get the sense that the people here are spooked. Maybe not necessarily of you, but they've just been like you get the sense that it's just kind of they've been spooked for so long or from something for so long that they're distrusting of
Anybody?
just about anything.
All right. And Gizmo catches up to everybody at the end of the tavern.
Okay.
Now we can
Alright.
transition. That's all I wanted to do. Is I just wanted to get more of like a sense of what everybody else in the town had like thought about
Yeah,
us.
you are you are noticing signs of life, but
Just not enough to like come out of their houses and do anything.
yeah, and what's there, and the ones that are there are, like I said, they're nervous or scared.
It's
What
Osler.
Hustler?
Yeah,
is it?
Osler Gundygoot.
CJ, we can also see his name, or not his name, his
The
health bar. If you
Okay.
want
You
to,
can see this guy's
This
health
one
bar
too.
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I have their health bars there. like I said,
Yeah.
for now, I'll just go ahead and reveal if they're human and you're able to tell what their health is.
What the hell is this thing?
Purple
That
ladies.
is, yeah, that's a lady in a dress.
It's a hag. Kill it. Bring it.
It's
Bring all their
gonna be
hands.
those 3 hags, and now they're just gonna destroy you guys.
Yeah. So what you see here is, typical tavern.
An actual
Or-
tavern.
Yeah, a tavern. But again, like the place
Fuck.
just looks kind of run down and kind of cruddy. But the guy at the bar, the barkeep, he's just cleaning off this glass. Doesn't even just kind of staring off into the kind of staring off at
Does it
nothing.
notice that we walked through the door?
He doesn't make any sort of reaction when you come in. He's just kind of again, just staring off at nothing, just scrubbing down this glass that's already clean, and just continues doing that. And then, in addition to him, the barkeep, there are 3 women sitting at a table here, just kind of sharing drinks and just kind of chatting amongst themselves quietly. They do glance at you when you come in, but just kind of go back to their kind of side conversations. There's also a guy up in the
Booth.
corner booth.
Or something.
Yeah, up there. There's a man there, and when you come in, he notices you, and he's just kind of watching you.
Do other people have music playing right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is the background music for this.
Rain?
He's on top of the music game right now.
It's good. Rain approaches the bar and kind of has her hood up, kind of glancing down, not to, like, oh God, what are you? Trying to avoid that conversation. She
Yeah.
doesn't have time for that right now. It's been a long day. She says, "Hey, Ostler, I need a room and a pint."
He just says, rooms, 1 gold per night per person.
Jesus.
And he puts down the glass that he's cleaning, picks up another one, and proceeds to just kind of mindlessly clean the next glass.
What's a pint run me?
He says, glass of wine, 1 copper, pitcher of wine, 1 silver apiece.
All right, Rain throws down 1 gold piece for a room, and all right, and for silver, she throws down 5 silver and says, "I want 5 pints or 5 pitchers of wine," and then comes and sits over here. It's been a long fucking day.
So yeah, Zoltek's just like, and actually, before you actually
Okay.
go to pay, the guy over here walks over and says, "Excuse me, I'll cover your costs here," and he proceeds to pay what you were going to pay him, and he says, "Do the rest of you want anything?"
Do you have somewhere where I could put garbage? And is this a human?
Yeah.
Okay.
He says,
Rain? Go ahead.
"Yeah, I do, but not here. He might, but he's generally Eric here isn't really one to talk much, so."
Bartleby will just take a room.
Okay.
Rain puts her money down anyway, and then walks away because she doesn't trust it.
Yeah,
May
he's just
asks
like,
this
"Okay."
man,
Yeah.
owner of this establishment, do you have somewhere where I could put this?
He says, "No."
Do you care if I put it in your fire?
No.
You do not care?
Look, are you gonna buy something? I sell drinks here.
I would like one bed.
1 gold per
Actually,
person per
I don't
night.
even need a bed. I just need a room.
1
I'll
gold
take your
per
smallest
person
room.
per night.
Okay. He
Robot.
sets down the bag, gets the stuff.
Nobody's paying this guy any mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, May says, if you can't help me with this bag, then no thank you. And then puts a gold piece on the table and just says, where's my room?
He just nods kind of over in the direction of the stairs over here.
May
I'd usually give a key to somebody who gets a room.
Yeah, May goes and walks this way. And as he passes the ladies, he'll do perception on them
All right.
and then keep walking over to the stairs.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
May, come drink with me. I bought a lot of wine.
Can I put this in your room?
I will throw it in the fire. If May is hesitant, Rain will throw it in the fire.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you say that you'll put it in the fire, he'll set it right here on the end of the table and then go over here.
Well, while Rain is waiting, she just walks up and chucks it in the fire.
He said, yeah, I mean, we should not do too much. He said, hold on a second.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
So May is walking by and Rain, says I could throw it in the fire if you want, because May doesn't want to throw it in the fire. And he says, oh, well, if you want to do that, and then he sets it here on the end of the table, like on the bench, the bag, and then goes to continue upstairs. Rain is grabbing the bag and heading over to the fire.
Yep. Rain
Okay.
chucks it in the
And
fire.
May perception checked the women's talk conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just as
right.
he was walking by, he did that perception
Yeah.
against them.
So yeah. So they look like they're better. Well, they're better dressed than the other couple people you've encountered. Not like quite as lavish as that, but they're definitely
Mhm.
have more brighter, colorful clothing. That looks like it's better kept. The people that you've met back at the other house and here, are just wearing kind of dirty, clothes. Some of them torn a little bit. But yeah, these 3 women here are just, like I said, they're kind of chatting. When you walk by, they kind of hush their voices a little more. You get the feeling that they're probably talking about you or the group, the group.
Okay.
But they don't really pay you any mind.
Okay. So while everybody else is doing what they're doing, May is going to head upstairs so you can do them before
Yeah.
you do anything for him.
Yeah. Bartleby and Gizmo, what do you guys do?
I took the guy up on his offer to buy me a room, and I'm just gonna head up for a room.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm moving locations with my laptop here, so
Okay. Yeah, he pays the gold piece for you and kind of nods at you.
I tip my warhammer at him.
Okay. And yeah, Gizmo, how about you?
Gizmo takes his pack
Get
off,
your shot at some Barovian ale.
goes to this table, and pulls out his keg from his pack. And
Yeah,
tries to pray to Zeus to see if if he still feels like there's something blocking him, or it was just the house.
Yeah, you still feel that there is
Can I
that
lay
Zeus still
Kind of
feels
down here.
distant.
Alright.
Like there's a haze or a.
Gizmo proceeds to get pissed off
I was just
in his drunken rage.
Right. Zoldak thanks the man here for paying for his room as well, and proceeds to just kind of, I guess, go over here and see what Rain. I just kind of pull, sit down and just kind of collapse there, like kind of exhausted. Just
Drinks are on me, everybody. Come on over.
yeah. He takes a glass and just
Pounds it.
yeah. Maybe not quite that fast, but more slow sips and exhaustion.
I could roll if you want, but is it good wine or does it taste bad?
It's decent wine. You've probably had better, but like it's good.
How does it compare to Oliver's wine?
Oh Jesus!
I don't know. I don't think I was here for Oliver's wine.
Okay. I beckon Bartleby and the stranger over to come drink with us.
Bartleby
Yeah.
goes over.
Yeah, he takes up that the stranger comes over and sits down.
Why so generous, stranger?
He says, "Well, you all look like you've been
I'll get
through a
it.
lot.
I'll
You
get
don't
it
look
when
like
I'm
you're
done
from
here.
here. It's just something I do for strangers that happen to come here."
Well, what is going on here?
What do you mean exactly?
So, I would say Rain. I gotta look at the letter again.
Yeah.
I want to pull something specific, but I'm not sure what. So I look at him and I say, if I said, for over 400 years this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people, what would you say?
I would say that sounds like that sounds kind of similar to what my father wrote in his appeal letter that he sent out.
Rain puts the note on the table and slides it over to him.
Yeah, just to show everybody, you should be able to see the letter now. That's the letter he's referring to. And then you can click to zoom in. Yes, this is my father's handwriting, and yes, this is the letter. Kolyan Indirovich is my father.
We found this on a corpse that was mauled by wolves outside of the town. Hopefully it was nobody you know.
It was, sadly. Yeah, that was.
Sorry to be so callous, but it's better to know.
Yes, I. To be perfectly honest, we thought it was rather a shot in the dark and not. Yeah, Dalvin Olensky was his name. The messenger we sent. We didn't. We honestly, like I said, we were expecting the worst. He wouldn't let he wouldn't let us get away with it for sure. And even if he somehow made it past Drod's minions, it was still a shot in the dark. He could even get to anybody out there anyway, past the mists.
Okay, I have a lot of questions. I don't want to take up all the time. Anybody else want to ask some questions?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good listening to your questions.
Yeah, Zodak's kind of letting Rain. Yeah, he's curious, but he's kind of deferring to Rain at the moment.
Okay, so I would say that typically Rain would not be so willing to share all the information up front, but Rain, at this rate, I would say that Rain is probably very heavily intoxicated because of the day that's happened. Rain is just like dropping that wine. So Rain pulls out the second note and shows it to the stranger, and after the stranger would read it, be like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, we're aware you say Strahd, and that name is familiar to us.
Yeah, he says, well, I've never seen this particular letter before, but I recognize the name signed at the bottom. That's for sure. Everyone here wouldn't recognize that name.
So, I guess I would start with the question: Can we leave this town?
Well, you can leave the town of Barovia, but you won't be able to leave the region of Barovia. That's why I said honestly sending our messenger out probably wasn't going to work for this very reason, but we had to try. It was we really don't have much hope to go off of, but
So,
no one can leave Barovia once they enter.
who is Strahd, and how do we stop him?
Isn't that the question?
That is the question.
Strahd is the vampire that rules Barovia. He is extremely powerful, and he has control of the land here. The land itself bends to his will, and he torments the people here. We're like his playthings, as it were. He does to people whatever he pleases. Kill them, bite them, raise them up as vampire spawn themselves.
So everyone else in this town has been weird. Barkeep is weird. Why are you the only one that seems relatively normal?
Well, I don't know if I call myself... I don't know if normal is the right word here. You see, this land is the living in fear, the hiding, this is the norm. I've seen strangers like you folk come in time and time again, and every time I do, Strahd has a reason for it. He takes an interest in strangers that come into his realm. I don't know why, but he does. The least I can do is be helpful. And
What do you think of dream pies?
dream pies. You must be referring to those old women that drive those carts around the town from time to time.
No,
I
we're talking about Santa Claus that goes up from down rooftops.
I myself have never taken up their offer. I don't trust it, but some of my other friends and acquaintances have tried them and say they work pretty well, apparently.
Has the barkeep had them before?
I don't know. He's not very sociable. He's still he. You see him like he put down the last glass that he had on the shelf and then moves over to the starts cleaning the. But no, and honestly, there's something else. If you, as the letter points out, that my father wrote about, he mentions his daughter, Irina. That would be my sister. Strahd seems to have an interest in her as well. And again, I am not sure of why, but I've been meaning to travel to Valaki. It's a town far west of here. And I haven't been able to make the journey myself with my sister. The road is just it's too dangerous for just the two of us, and no one else is willing to go. But I would be grateful for any help you could provide if you're up for it.
What makes the trip dangerous?
Well, Strahd, for one thing, just living here is dangerous because of him. But Strahd has minions and servants. You can bet if we're on the move, he or his minions will try to stop us. But Valaki is more fortified, and it's on the edge of his domain. We would be much safer there.
I have an aside question. So
Yeah.
this, I saw something online about this because I was curious. Sending short message, 25 words or less, to a creature with which you are familiar. It might, if the sender, recognize. Whatever. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you. So it was like, do I have to have met the person to do sending to them, or do I just have to simply know enough about them to try that? Because it makes it seem like I could send it to somebody who I'm familiar with, but I haven't met.
Yeah, it says a creature with you are familiar.
Right, it's tricky because the familiar.
Yeah, they
if
leave it
it
kind of
knows
vague on purpose, I guess, just to kind of leave it more up to the DM. I would say, if you met the person, you're familiar enough with them. If you've seen them, if you essentially have seen them, whether it's them themselves or a picture of them, and you know a little bit, at least enough about their personality and kind of enough about them, like you would be able to do it. But if you've just heard a name, kind of some general description, I would say no. Like you would, like in real life, for example, like, the president of the United States, you would be able to do it because a lot of people know him. But if it's like, oh, like I've heard of the singer of this band, but have never been to concerts, never seen them, only know that they've written a few songs, but otherwise don't know anything about like where they live or, anything else about them other than that they're a musician, you wouldn't be able to.
Okay, so the follow-up question that you might be anticipating is, do I know enough about Strahd to send him a message?
That is a good question.
Because they said he lives in the castle, so I would have like a general-ish direction. And I know now that he's a vampire, and that he's the lord of this area. You know what I mean? I've just gotten like more info.
Yeah. I would say you could give it a try.
Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna say yet, but I was just wondering if I could.
Yeah, you're honestly not sure if it would work, but you could give it a try.
Okay.
Bartleby and Gizmo, do you guys say anything or respond at all?
Bartleby says he's up for whatever the group is up for. He's not comfortable making a decision.
Yeah, Zoldak Well, I guess Gizmo, do you say or do anything?
Gizmo is in a drunken coma, right? Well, not a coma, but he's enjoying himself.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just kind of drinking, not really paying attention to the conversation.
Nope, because I can't reach my god, and it irritates the hell out of him. He doesn't feel safe.
He's drinking to forget.
Yeah. Zoldak does speak up at this point and says, well, you said that we can't leave Barovia. And we apparently, I guess, are here now and would like to leave. You see, we have business elsewhere. There's really no way to leave. And Ismark says, I'm afraid so. Strahd is in complete control of who enters and leaves his domain, who leaves Barovia. That's why I said he has an interest in, must have some sort of interest in you, because that's the only way you could get here, is if he let you. But the mists that surround this land prevent people from leaving. It's like a wall. Zoldak just kind of nods and kind of with a frustrated look on his face.
So
Okay, that's what you
yep, and it's that's it. That's nobody knows
Okay.
what I'm sending. And
yeah.
mind you, Rain excuses herself and goes to bed, and he is allowed to respond with up to 25 words should he
Yes.
get the message and want to.
So when do you get off parole? 6 months. Right. I don't care if you do stay cool for 6 months. I don't care what you do. Listen. Choice. And then when I quit,
I don't know what I'm doing nor what that's gonna do, but
I walk back and forth upstairs. Oh, it looks new. Thinking about going or not. Just thinking. My brain's bugging me because it's not my head. In my brain. And
who the hell is swearing over there?
It really bothers me.
MTV. I think Ellie's watching Teen Mom.
Nothing but the best. Nothing but the best TV there.
So now what? Grr.
No?
I've never seen it.
DM.
Yes.
Now what?
Yeah, so Rain's going to bed. Zoldak says, well, seeing as we appear to be stuck here, I guess we can help you travel to this Valaki place. Maybe we'll get some more answers there. But for now, my companions and I are very tired and need to rest. We've had a long couple days. And the man says, sure, understood. Hey, if you need to find me, I'll be back at my home. It's the large house on the south side of the village. You can't miss it. And Zoldak says thanks, and proceeds to walk over here and say, Gizmo, are you coming to bed?
Gizmo is passed out with his keg in his arms on the bench. Or on the chair. Actually, by this point, I moved here and fallen asleep.
Okay, just like
With my
passed out
keg.
on the bench. Yeah,
My
so
keg in
Zoldak-
my arms.
All right. Zoldak says, well, okay.
Night,
And,
Gizmo.
Yeah, who needs a room?
And Zoldak proceeds to go upstairs.
The
And,
bench is free.
yeah. Yeah, so I don't have a map for upstairs, but when you guys go upstairs, it's basically just a hallway that kind of spans the length of the building, and then rooms on either side. And then the pretty much all the rooms are empty, and they are unlocked, and there's not really any way to lock the doors. But each room has a single bed in it.
Is that it?
Single bed, small like little dresser, like kind of side dresser, but yeah, they're pretty sparse.
When Rain goes into her room, she would like to push one of those up against the door so that if the door would be opened, the hope is that the noise from that scraping against the floor falling over would wake her.
Yeah. The rooms do have windows as well, like a window on the far wall. I will point that out, but yeah, you can do that.
Assuming that it was available, May chooses the furthest room down to the right.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Zoldak proceeds to just take a room, one of the rooms, and he sees that Rain has blocked or heard that Rain has blocked hers, the door to her room, but Zoldak's not going to do that. He's still kind of uncomfortable with the whole place that he's in now that he knows that like Strahd person that's terrorizing the town, and that hearing that nowhere is safe, he's just going to be kind of more on the alert. He wants to be ready that if anything happens, he wants to have quick access to the door to get out. So he's going to close his door, but he's just going to kind of lay down for a bit.
May has he closes the door and sets his gear down beside the door, and then he will, I guess, just anything that he can learn just to make sure that the room seems safe, and then he plans to just lay the blanket down in front of the door on the inside and sleep there, like on the floor.
Okay.
But he surveys the room, make sure that there's not like any blood or weird ritual stuff or any paintings looking at him or
That's the
No,
thing.
Still
no, there
paranoid.
isn't. It's just a bare, dusty, pretty much bare, dusty room.
Okay. Well, that's
Okay.
where he's laying down with his blanket, puts it up a little bit so that it covers the gap under the door so that if light's coming in, he doesn't see it, and lays down. And he's done that by this point that everybody else is coming up, so
Yeah,
his door is probably the only one that's closed or something. I don't know.
yeah. Zoldak has his kind of just open up crack so he can hear anything that might be going on. Bartleby, do you do anything?
I just take the last open room. Is there a window in it?
Yeah.
Is the window large enough for me to fit through?
Yes.
I go in there and take the hemp rope off my backpack and fasten the rope to the window. I open the window and fasten the rope so that it can be a escape route for me because I'm just not sure what's going on.
Okay.
I like how everybody has their different versions of how they feel safe in here, and Gizmo is passed out on a bench downstairs.
He's like just like face down with his butt in the air. Like
That's it. Just
Do I hear judging of the great dwarf?
fucking hilarious.
May's asleep.
Rain.
He's using his left hand as a pillow. No. If anything, he's using his silk rope as a pillow.
Rain would probably have trouble sleeping, except the alcohol is just like it's doing the trick.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone goes to sleep, it's yeah. maybe sleep better than others, maybe not so much. Maybe the alcohol helps. But yeah, the only thing that you notice, I guess, Rain, make a perception check. Okay. In kind of the early hours of the morning, maybe like, I don't know, say around like 3, 4, or 5. You're woken up in the middle of the night by some noise outside your window.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's important, like if I'm about to be attacked, do you want me to do I get any health back or anything like that?
Yeah, you get half your health back. You
Okay.
could be at half health at this point. Or gain, yeah, half. I'd say regain up to half of what you're missing.
Okay. Half of what I'm missing would be, what's half of 38? It's like
No,
18.
half of your maximum health.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
okay.
half of what you're missing.
Okay. So I'm missing 24, so I'd get 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and you would have like half your spells back that you.
I get spells on a short rest, so I guess
Oh,
I'd have technically
You'd have
both
them
back
all.
by now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Rain
Yeah.
Rain hops up and sees what's going on outside.
Yeah. There's several bats flying around outside your window.
Rain opens the window.
Okay. The bats still continue to flutter around. One of them gets in and starts like kind of flying around like kind of confused. Because
Okay.
bats and their echolocation doesn't work very well in close quarters like that.
Rain does awakened mind on the bat. They need like a 2 intelligence to understand what I'm saying and know a language, so it's like if it's a bat, it's not gonna understand, but whatever. Be like, are you alright?
Is there any drawback if it has a low?
No.
Okay, it doesn't communicate with you. It's
Okay.
just a bat.
Really dumb
Rain is
bat.
gonna step back from the window and kind of like look confused.
Okay. Yeah, the bat kind of again after fluttering around kind of confusedly, it eventually does manage to get near the window and get out.
Okay. I guess Rain will look out the window and do I see anything else outside the window now?
Nope. Other than, like I said, there's still some bats flying around the window, and it's pretty dark out. But you don't see
Okay.
anything otherwise out of the ordinary.
Okay. I guess Rain will nod and then close the window and then go back to bed.
Okay. The rest of the night is uneventful, so everybody gets their health back, their spells back,
Woohoo!
etc. Half your hit dice back.
Gizmo's ready to roll now. Gizmo's got all his spells.
Yeah. Right, that is
health.
a good place to stop. So
Sounds good.
I guess we will stop there. Ah, yes, XP. Yes, we have.
We did escape the house, return the child.
Did you all agree
basically.
on what XP Bartleby would start at?
Yeah, he's going to start at whatever the lowest person in the party has.
Okay, it's most likely May.
Yeah, so Bartleby.
I'll set his experience.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we gonna aim to do Jordan's thing next time then, or like when we hit level 6? Because you were talking like 6 or we left, I guess. The house.
What are you saying?
When are we gonna do whatever Jordan had planned? Because I know Jordan said he had something planned at some point soon.
At level 6?
I didn't know if it was if it was at level 6 or when he planned to do it.
Yeah, I think it was going to be close to level 6, but I'm going to try to work it into the story where you're at. So, nothing happening right yet. As far as experience, 560 each person get.
$160.
560, you say?
Mm-hmm.
30 away from 13,000. Oh, we're getting there, baby.
646 away from leveling up.
Yep. Alrighty. So yeah, is Thursday tentatively?
Good for me.
Works for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. Thursday night.
Are you sure? with everything going on?
No, yeah, no, I should be fine. Next week's when it's going to be interesting.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
it was this week.
No, next Wednesday I have surgery. So
Yeah,
What
I
pro-
think Tim's gonna be at the beach all of next week, so he can't do any of next week. Is that right, Tim?
Yep, we're leaving Tuesday and not coming back till Friday.
Yeah, so he'll be no D&D
now that we
next
have
week.
5 people, what we can probably do is say like if only one